Welcome back, everybody, to Goodwill Podcasting with Stone, your movie podcast that today is talking about animation. The Bad Guys 2 just came out into theaters, and I thought it would be a great idea to not only talk about that movie, talk about its predecessor, The Bad Guys from 2022, but also all the movies that have come out, animated movies that have come out, and the ones that are coming out still later this year. And I thought it would be a great time to bring my animation friend on with us today, Fabian Cinespidey, an animator himself. So this is gonna be a fun talk. You're probably the guy. Like I love animation. I know you love animation, so I'm excited for this episode. Thank you for being here with me, my friend.
Definitely. Thank you, man. Always glad to be here with you guys. Always fun talking about all this stuff, especially animation.
Yeah, I appreciate you even joining me because I messed up today. Just despite that fact, because as we know, I posted a video today talking about my top 5 animated movies of the year so far, and I left one out. So we're gonna get into that here just a little bit. But yeah, what do you think is your favorite animated film so far this year? We can maybe go into that.
Definitely
Putting
Elio.
you right. Is it Elio? Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think about Elio after all that stuff came out about what the director's vision was? I mean, it was kind of interesting because I know Dan also really liked it. I think whatever they put together, they did a fine job of it. I also really enjoyed the movie, but I don't know. I would have been curious to see what it turned out being with the original vision attached to it.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that they did that. Like that they changed the story, especially because Disney's already on this thing where like they're having a track record where they're like changing a bunch of stories or like dumbing them down in a way. Like it seems like they keep doing that. It didn't affect me, like the movie itself, because I still like felt a lot of relatability when it came to my own son. So that's why like it really hit me harder. Um, I don't know. I don't like all that stuff that happened though. Like when you read about it and just knowing about all the people that left the project because of the differences and all that. But hopefully Disney changes things. Unlike DreamWorks, they're not afraid to do certain things. So
That is true. I'm trying to see if the direct. I know the is Adrian Molina, I believe, was the director that they had hired on to, or he was the writer of Coco, and they hired him to direct
mm,
Elio. He is going to be again the co-director, it looks like, of Coco 2. So he's still attached to that. I think he started working on that after Disney basically fired him, which is just crazy thing. But I mean, it was good. I wonder if Glorden, spoilers for any of these movies that we're going to talk about that have already come out already. If you don't want to, if hopefully you're a fan of animation, if you're listening to this episode, but I don't know if Glorden was originally attached to the movie. I think that might have been a character they created because if you look at the original trailer that they released 2 years ago, he's not in it. His like dad character is, but not
mm.
him. So he was my favorite part of the movie. So it would have been really interesting if he wasn't originally a part of it. I don't know.
I don't. What was he in the like the new trailer? Was I don't remember because I don't remember like seeing.
Yeah, go back and if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It came out 2 years ago, and it is interesting because still Elio is afraid of the aliens. He's not
Yeah.
excited to go to space. He's actually terrified when it happens to him. And then I believe also his mother is still voiced by it's his mother, not his aunt,
Yeah. Yeah.
in this trailer, and then she's voiced by America Ferrera and not Zoe Saldana like she
Yeah.
is in the movie. So it'd be interesting for you to go back and watch it. But yeah, no Glorden, and then also his father figure, which I can't remember his name. He's actually on the council in that like
Yeah.
space
Yeah.
like Senate. So they changed a whole lot about this movie.
And
So I don't know
that's
how
the
that would
crazy
affect it.
part because that's exactly why like the whole budget like completely ballooned because they changed the whole animation like a bunch of scenes. I, I don't know. I wish we could see like the the original cut if they ever like release something like that, but I doubt it.
Maybe on physical media, like deleted scenes, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
So you got Elio at a 5 out of 5, right?
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
Is that your favorite movie this year?
Nah, Sinners is above it. But if
Okay,
Sinners didn't exist, then yeah,
maybe Elio. Okay,
yeah.
I'll say I've got it at a 3.5 out of 5 right now. But I think you watched my favorite animated movie this year, and I'm curious why it didn't
Which
work for you as much as it worked for me. I think you did. You watch Lost in Starlight?
oh, Lost in Starlight, yeah, yeah. I
Dude,
didn't. Yeah, for me, it's just like the build up probably worked for you more. Of course, I'm assuming, but for me, it was more like that whole build up to that moment, and then like the that like final 30 minutes, I believe, insane. It went crazy.
Okay, so they did take their so Starlight. If Lost in Starlight, if people don't know, we'll not spoil it for like 3 seconds here, but it's a great Netflix original film. I did a video slightly about it today. It's their first Korean animated film that Netflix has ever produced on the site, and it's about a failing musician and a heartbroken astronaut that connects and start a relationship up, and then eventually he succeeds in his career, she succeeds in her career, and that culminates into a pretty emotional finale. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I dug it, but they did take a long time when it came to the relationship. They were really building that up for a while, and I was shocked by that. It's kind of the same feeling I had when I was watching Superman, and there's the argument, not argument, but the interview scene between Lois and Clark, and that lasts for so long. I'm like, I can't believe they're doing this. Same thought I had about this movie. I thought it took
That's a
a
good
lot of
like
guts to do it.
that's a good like parallel saying right there. But I think Superman was like for me personally, like that moment. I was more like invested in it. Like
Yeah.
it felt more believable in a way, I guess. But their dynamic, like I wasn't. I don't know. It just didn't draw me in until like you start getting to the ending and all that insane stuff starts happening.
Well, it's crazy because I think the reason why it worked for me too is because I saw a lot of people comparing it to Blade Runner. Like this is set in the future, like
Never
2050.
seen that.
So, I mean, it's just your standard. The way it's laid out kind of looks like Blade Runner, like giant screens and the way stuff's
Okay, okay.
floating. I saw comparisons there, but basically something that's super cool. It's a little subtle thing is the reason why this guy is so attracted to her right away is because he gets out a pen and paper and it's like write your name down. And I think one of her really close friends is like, "Damn, he did that." I don't know. People still did that. And they find it like sexy. I'm like, I hope it's that easy in the future, for all my boys out there, for my future son. But I saw a lot of people saying this, and it's the first thought I had, and I was like, I wonder if this is just me. This feels like a lo-fi music movie.
The vibes, yeah.
Dude, the ending with the song is great. I feel like I wanted to recommend people who likes K-pop Demon Hunters to because it's like music and it is Asian influence when it comes to this film. It's very different art style and very different music too. But when he's singing his song at the end and like it culminates,
Yeah, it's nice.
you know, I was watching it too. I watched it on the Bright Line coming back from visiting you.
Oh, really? Wait, have you ever seen Intergalactic? I would compare it to
No,
that. Oh,
that's Kate Cudi, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Dude, the voice cast in that movie is insane.
I wanted to because we're going to talk about movies that are coming out. And I noticed something when it comes to a lot of them, and it comes to this movie, and also comes to the movie I'm going to transition into next. And I know one of our co-hosts, for good reason, hates this streaming site, but Netflix does a really good job of allowing original animated films to come out. They just do. I was curious. I'm like, a lot of these movies I'm looking at my list right now are not coming out in theaters, and they're original films, and they're coming out on Netflix. So I'm glad that they give people a platform to make it. Like I know he's super excited for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I don't know if Frankenstein would have gotten theaters, but what Netflix does is they get these directors and they say the same thing with David Fincher. Hey, you can make your stuff as long as you make it here. So maybe Frankenstein will get played on the big screen, 10, 15, 20 years from now, something like that. But dude,
Definitely.
K-pop Demon Hunters, not gonna lie to you, I bought the vinyl record today. It's $30. I bought it. I've
Best
been
30
playing
bucks
that
ever.
shit, dude. I've been playing that shit so much. Did you see the Lollapalooza videos that came out today?
No, like they performed.
Okay, it is. I Fabian, I cannot get over the fact of how monumental this movie's stamp has been on like the world. It's insane how popular this movie is. At Lollapalooza, I think it was the K-pop group Twice, who I believe is featured on some like I think they sing the song Takedown on the soundtrack. Um, they played at Lollapalooza, like they're a huge K-pop band, and what they did is they had a drone show,
Mm.
and they had like the Han Moon, and they showed like the drones doing
Oh
like
shit.
waves. and then they spelled out like the hard moon is sealed, and everyone was like, "Yeah!" I was like, dude, that'd be so cool.
No, I gotta
I
look that video up.
I've watched it twice now. I really have,
Oh, like the
and
whole performance.
no, the whole movie.
I'm thinking you're talking about the performance. I would have thought you saw the movie like 5 times by now.
No, man, I'm a little bit worried for my Spotify Wrapped. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bruh.
I gotta ask, what's your favorite track? I gotta ask.
It's the one between Rumi
Oh,
and
Free. I
Genie.
already know. Free. I already know.
Is it free? I would have to hear it like again to.
Oh, free. Wait, yeah, free. I'm
Nah,
not gonna
that's
see.
nah. I don't remember that song.
No, I guess time goes by and mama perspective. I tell you that's the song that they sing together. That is the one. I'm not a
That's
million percent
okay.
sure. It's called
I'm gonna
Free.
believe you. I'm gonna believe you.
It's the two of them singing on the rooftop.
I really like Soda Pop too.
No. I like a dude. I'll never forget. I was watching it at work. You know, I quit my job, so can't fire me now. But I was watching it at work, and I had like 30 minutes left. And I
Mhm.
came home, and I was telling Leah, I was like, "Hey, I'm watching this movie right now. It's pretty good music, but I'm gonna watch the finale." And they played the song "Your Idol." Fucking slaps, dude. And then they said "This is what it sounds like," dude. I was sitting there on the couch next to my wife, and I'm like, "It's pretty
Like
good."
this might be the movie of the year.
I don't know. Like it reminded me of The Greatest Showman, which I think this movie structurally is better than The Greatest Showman. I just find the story more interesting, but it's the whole factor of if the songs are good, you're gonna kind of be like, all right, this movie's pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say it was so strange. Supposedly, there's a lot of misinformation going on the internet about this movie.
Mhm.
So I'd like to do a deep dive and see what about it is real, because I was one of the first people that reported the fact that it wasn't Netflix that officially announced this, and I've seen people say that Netflix has officially announced it. That's not what happened. The Wrap, I would believe, was at like a quarterly budget meeting with all the stockholders or of Netflix themselves, and Netflix or the CEO Ted Sarandos came up there and was like, "Yo, K-pop Demon Hunters, it's awesome. We're really
Mm.
happy with it, and we can't wait to see where it goes." And then the Wrap people, they talked to Netflix executives and like, "Hey, what do you guys got in the works?" And they said, "Oh, this is what we're thinking right now. This is what we're thinking. This is what we're thinking." There wasn't anything in there about Netflix
Not
confirmed. Like
confirmed.
this is the Wrap talking to Netflix. This is not Netflix going out there and saying it
Mm.
themselves. And I saw people saying stuff about like a prequel series. I'm like, that's none of that is true. It never said anything about a prequel series. So, but yeah, supposedly this thing was 3 hours long, and a lot of it was cut. The director, I forgot her name, but she did say that the fact they had backstories, a little bit of backstories for the other two, Zoe and Mira. Dude, I'm on it. Got their name right here. Zoe and Mira, and they cut that from the story. I will say structurally about the movie, and I said this today in my video, there seems like there was a little bit underdevelopment when it came to most of the characters.
Mhm.
It is very strange that they never tell you why she's kind of, or
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
why her mom like fucked it even, you know?
Yeah.
Is
That's
that
how
what
I took
happened?
it. Yeah. That's what I think. Like the dad. How I interpreted it is like the dad was a demon. Like they were just a thing. They just matched. But it's like maybe I feel like it was kind of a parallel with Rumi and Genu, but then you find out
Hmm.
she's a demon in a way, like
So it's
half
not
demon.
necessarily a parallel,
So
yeah.
yeah, so it's like you get kind of stuck in the middle thinking like, making those theories.
And then I mean the Ant character was really strange too.
Yeah,
So
she's just like,
I don't think she was actually their aunt. I think what it was she was part of the pop group that was before them.
mhm,
And I think her mom died, and then basically she took uh, Rumi and all
Rumi.
the other girls under her wing. But I don't think
Yeah.
she's actually related to Rumi. I think she was part of the group, the previous group before them. But yeah, anyways, her whole dynamic was very like, is she the villain of the story? And she wasn't really in the movie a whole lot until plot points needed to happen, and they happened. So I thought she
Yeah.
was a very strange character, but
Yeah. And
good
then
movie though,
like,
good music.
yeah, I would hope that they do like a prequel series to really dive deep into a lot of the stories there. Especially, I don't know, just mainly Rumi. Like I know a lot of people want to know about Mira and Zoe because obviously they deserve a little bit of screen time, but we definitely
Those
need to
fans are
know
crazy,
more
man.
about. Yeah, yeah, they are.
Well,
But
it did say in
K-pop
the
is already
report,
like really
yeah,
popular.
like I can't like Comic Cons and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, Fabian. This year, I've really wanted to do a good Halloween costume. Me and Leah, we talked about maybe Gamora and Star Lord because I've been told a lot
That's
that
a
I look
cool
like
one.
Chris Pratt. But I think it
Wait,
was
what?
today. I'm like, I think it was today. I told my wife, I'm like, I want to go as a Rumi and Genu.
It's not a bad. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to beef up.
Can you imagine me in that big old hat that he's got on?
Yeah, you're gonna have to beef up and like wear
Oh man.
the cut up t-shirts.
Yeah, dude, I like to see Leah with like purple hair. Pretty good. Kind of
Get your
fire.
ideas.
Yeah, like living out. Okay, I gotta stop. I can't be. I'm not. Like, I like the movie. I'm not like a insane fanboy person. But the what you were saying about Zoe and Mira, I said it in my second video that I made a couple days ago. But basically, I think like the series should be about them because did talk about a series. Basically, they're gonna make this thing like Wednesday, Stranger Things. Like they're making this thing huge, is what the
Hmm.
executives told the rep, which I'm not surprised about. But I think that you should make the series about maybe the other musicians, Mira and
Yeah.
Zoe, and even maybe the other members of the Sasha Boys, because honestly, I didn't give a shit about them, but a lot of the fans do because they're crazy. And then just make the movies
There's
about.
like five of them. No, is it
There's
like
four
five?
of them. If you minus Genu, there's four of them. Subtract
Okay.
Genu, there's four of them. But yeah, just make the movies about Genu and Rumi. I think that would make it more cohesive. I think he's coming back for sure. Ain't no way he's just like down for the count.
Nah, he's got to
Not a
come back. Like, there's no way they just
chance.
leave him alone.
No, no, not a chance. We've probably been talking about this too long. Predator. You watch Predator, yeah? Killer of
Yeah,
Killers.
killers. Yeah.
What you think?
I really enjoyed it. I believe I gave it about a 3.5. I really like the
Same.
anthology style. Art style was like okay at the beginning, and then as it went on, like you see them play a little more with like the frame rates and the animation and the designs and everything, and then you got the connections to like all of the other um Predator films. And I'm really excited to see like what they do with that, like how they connect that together, because I'm not really like I never really dive deep into that stuff, so
It
we'll see.
seems like Dan Trachtenberg kind of did he write the movie? Let me check real quick.
He
No,
brought
me,
that series back.
dude, interesting. Micho, it says right here, Micho Rutare, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Wrote the film. Brother, brother wrote a movie called Bigfoot in 2012, and then he wrote Mega Shark versus Croctopus. So not who I expected maybe to write those movies. But yeah, Dan. I mean, maybe it is that guy, but it also seems like Dan is changing a lot of the lore. Like, how many of the Predator films have you watched?
I've seen all of them, like all
You seen
the
all of them?
Aliens and Predator, the whole series. Yeah,
Yeah, I say the whole like we're capturing these people, and even if they beat us, we still have them, and we're putting them in little chambers. Like that's all new lore. Like you have Arnold at the end, the girl from Prey.
hmm
I wonder if they're gonna um, not capitalize off of it, but I wonder if they're gonna go off that when it comes to Predator Badlands. Like I wonder if that's gonna factor into the story at all. I don't know.
Badlands. I'm hearing like it's supposed to add a lot to the lore. Like they have a lot of connections in that. Like I said, I haven't like really dived deep into that stuff. So, and I'm not too much of a fan, even though I grew up like with those movies because my dad like he'd show me those and Hellboy, like all those series. Um, but I would have to like dive deep into it to like really get more information on what's going on because there's a lot you can do like with both the alien side and the predator side. So oh, they're also adding in like the Wayland Utani
Yeah,
into
the
so
synthetic.
yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you right now. I think Xenomorph's for sure popping up in that movie at the
Yeah.
end. I don't
Yeah.
even think it's going to be like an end credit. I think it's going to be Predator versus Alien at the end.
He says something about like he wants to like jump into that. He might, but he might like put it in that movie. I hope
Yeah, but I
so.
thought I thought Killers of Killers was good. I thought the third story was a little bit strange. I do like when it comes to it's like I think a pilot in World War II.
Yeah, yeah,
It, it it didn't seem like the Predator had the same motivations as the other two stories before it. It kind of seemed like he was just messing around. Like he wasn't because it always to me it seems like the Predator is trying to because that's the thing he can't just hunt people. He's trying to size up who can battle him, and
yeah.
he wants to defeat them. So I like the idea of him being on a ship or her being on the ship. I don't know if it's a guy or a Predator, but
Good
it didn't
question.
seem yeah. It didn't necessarily seem like they were singling out one individual. So in my opinion, I kind of do care about the Predator lore, and I think it's interesting. That kind of defeats the purpose of the Predator being there at all, because you're supposed to already know who your victim is or who your challenger is before you just dive in and start trying to waste everybody. I don't know. And they also, when it came to that story, added a whole lot of comedy, and that was really jarring
Yeah,
because
it did.
the first two stories definitely did not have any
Oh
comedy
my god.
whatsoever.
Yeah. The first one had like that kill. I think it was like the head came off or something like that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Mistake. And then the samurai was
Oh
awesome
yeah.
too. But I did like the finale. It was more so just that third story. I'm like, I don't
I
know how
think
I'm feeling right now.
it was the way like they did the finale because you see like this fucking humongous alien with the dread thing. I don't know what they call those. But that thing was like all the way like 200 yards back. So I don't know what that is. who, who
Your
knows at
guess is
this
as good as
point?
mine, man. There's a lot of people. I mean, I would like to read like comics or something like that. But there's like Sammy J reacts. He knows a lot about this Predator lore. I don't know that much, but I try to know some. Let's see here. Dogman. How do you think about Dogman?
My son loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I felt like because I grew up, cause my favorite book series of all time are the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Like I grew
Mm.
up with those a lot, those and Goosebumps.
Oh, okay.
But I used to read the Diary of a Wimpy Kid all the time. Like I had the Do It Yourself book. I was a big fan of the live action before they completely changed the family, like the
Mm.
actors in the movies. Um, and then when the Dogman series came around, it's like I like it because the creator also has the whole thing of ADHD and all that. So
Hmm.
and then my son he's diagnosed with that too. So it's like it was cool to see him like see himself and to understand like it's so like it's okay to always want to do a lot of things or to be very like handsy and you're very jittery at times and you don't know why like you just can't control it but they all have like their own little mindset and a lot of things going on and I feel like it really captured the spirit of the book like because I read it I think like 5 days before going to see the
Mm.
movie because my son has like the whole set so I read it just in case and it was spot on I'm gonna be honest like it felt like the comic book like I like the art style they had in the film.
Yeah, I read because that's Dave Pilkey.
Yeah.
I read growing up. I read actually because Captain Underpants came before Dogman.
Mm.
So I actually read the Underpants books when I was I don't know how maybe 9, 10, something like that. And I was telling you before we jumped on. I'm rewatching or I'm trying to watch all the DreamWorks films. And I just got done watching the Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. It's going to be the only. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the only epic movie. But I watched it, and it's funny because they kind of are self-aware. They even say in the movie, and they're making fun of themselves, how they have really low-hanging fruit when it comes to their comedy because it's just like fart jokes, and
Yeah. Yeah.
he's in his
It's
underpants. And I like
so
that they
bad.
know. I like they know that it's dumb, but it's still dumb in my opinion.
Yeah.
So when it came to Dogman, I'm glad that they didn't revert back to those jokes, even though it is the same author. I thought Pete Davidson as Petey the Cat. I like.
Yeah.
I don't know how necessarily Pete Davidson as like a live action actor. I'm still. He's been in some stuff. I'm kind of feeling him around. Did you watch that movie Home?
The
That's
home,
in
like
theaters right
the
now.
horror. Is it like a
Yeah,
horror movie, right? No, I haven't
yeah.
seen it.
I'll say I know he starred in that, but I don't know how I feel about him with that. But I think his voice acting is really good. I know he was in the Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. I
Hmm.
think he's got the voice for it. I think he did a really great job in this movie.
He was in this other movie that came out this year. What is it called?
For voice acting?
No, no, like an actual like film.
Oh,
I saw
Crazy
it not too
Pull.
long ago. It was with the guy from Love Lies Bleeding, the
Mm,
father of
Ed Harris?
yeah, yeah, Ed Harris. Yeah, he was in a film with him that I thought was okay. Could have been better, but he's
Riff
okay.
Raff.
Like yeah, Riff Raff. It
Okay.
was okay.
I'll say, what is his? He's in Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume
No clue
3.
what he's doing in there.
No. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I guess James
It
Gunn
was
likes.
good.
Oh, I do remember he was in the Suicide Squad. He's in like that group that dies, like James Gunn's
Oh yeah,
Suicide
yeah,
Squad.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just looking at his whole filmography right now. Yeah, it's interesting. I heard The King of Staten Island isn't too bad. That was like a COVID movie, I believe. Yeah.
I really like
Good.
Lil Rel Howery. I think that's how you say his last name. He was the voice of the officer in the Captain Underpants. No, I'm sorry, in the Dogman movie.
Hmm.
The voice of the officer. He's the same guy that played um, Daniel Kaluuya's like best friend in
And Get Out.
Get Out. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's also underrated movie from this year. If nobody's watched it, I'm looking at his filmography right now. One of Them Days with Kiki
mm,
Palmer and SZA. That movie's good.
yeah, solid,
I,
solid.
I I usually don't like. I mean, do I have that better than The Naked Gun? If not, I should because I think that movie's funnier than The Naked Gun. I make this whole ranking and then I just move it around all the time. Hold on. See, I haven't even added. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. All right, One of Them Days I got above Naked Gun. All right, I think that's the right selection.
You're like, yeah, yeah, solid.
66 movies this year, my guy. Let's talk about
66
another one.
what like logged?
2025. Yeah,
Oh, like of just of this year.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
been,
keep
bro.
track of
We're
that?
already in August. It's crazy. No, I don't keep track. Like, well, I keep track of like my 2025 ranked. I
Uh,
think I should have like about the same. Let me check. I got
yeah, let's see.
74.
Yeah, you got you up on me. I knew you watched them just a little bit more than me. I've noticed.
74. Yeah, I've been keeping
Uh,
up with more releases recently.
I
I
said
just
I only
saw
got.
one from today.
What'd you watch?
The Becoming a Guinea Fowl, but it's technically they say 2024, but it released I think in like March.
I saw that you rated 4.5.
Good ass movie.
Nice. I'll say I wonder. I only have one more animated movie that I thought of that came out this year, and I'm wondering if you actually watched it. Did you watch the movie Sneaks? Did you watch it? You did.
That shit was garbage.
Okay.
Oh my god, it was terrible.
Okay. All right.
Did you see
That's
it or
that.
no?
Nope.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, did you watch Smurfs?
Yeah. Also terrible.
Which that's somewhat in live action, but I think people would consider that as an animated movie.
Yeah, I would rather say animated because yeah, I'd prefer saying animated because it's not like when you see it, it's less live action. More because you know the I don't know if you've seen the previous ones where they have a lot more like live action and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one it's a lot less. Like they travel through it, but more animated.
I'll never get the whole marketing thing that their whole marketing scheme was just Rihanna as Smurfette. Like I don't understand what they thought they were doing with that.
That's the only, that's the only way to get people like get butts in seats. But they have they had her. They also had
I know James Corden was like the main actor, right?
yeah James Corden. Like a lot of people said that he wasn't that good, which I agree. There he had nothing going on. Just a bunch of Smurfing this, Smurf that, like you cutting out curse words for the word Smurf, and then just a bunch of this like they're saying the names of these different Smurfs, so it's like Happy Smurf, Loud Smurf. There was one that made me like laugh like so hard because he said and look, this is Quiet Smurf, and the way he talks, he was like. Yo, I started cracking up, bro.
Wait, so it's
But
really good? The movie's really good?
nah, not at all. It's terrible. It's
Oh,
probably the reason why I gave it 1 star.
damn. It was that one joke.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're on to the bad guys now. Can you think of any other animated movies that came out this year? I even forgot
Uh,
to write down Smurfs. I just thought of it.
I had I mentioned one to you.
That came out already?
Um, yeah,
Well,
Looney
there's one
Tunes. Are
that.
we counting that or no?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do count. Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
you didn't see it, so
No, but good movie, right? Looney Tunes, the day the world blew up, right?
yeah, the day the Earth blew up. Yeah.
I said there's a lot
Let
of.
me see.
I even did a video on that. I just never got around to watching it.
There was another one I had. Let me see. Animation. Okay, we got
So you
sneaks. Oh, Plankton.
said, oh, I did watch Plankton. We need to talk about that because I don't know. I feel like maybe my thinking brain just wasn't on that day. I didn't think it was terrible. It kind of reminded me of the SpongeBob I remember watching. I was like, this is a decent idea. Like, what if Karen just goes crazy? What's really strange is that they're coming out with another SpongeBob movie this year during
Yeah,
Christmas.
it looks good though. It looks good.
I didn't know. Has Mark Hamill? I mean, I had that written down here because we're going
Yeah.
to talk about movies that are coming out after we get done with the bad guys talk. But has Mark Hamill always voiced the Flying Dutchman?
No, it was somebody else. So he's like the new voice
Okay,
actor for it. He sounds really good though.
I said
I
I
like
saw
it.
that. I'm like, because I remember when I like got my cognitive brain when I was like 15 or 16. I was like, Mark Hamill voiced a lot of people growing up that I did not like realize. So I didn't know if that was him the whole time or not.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of different roles, especially now. Like he's gonna be in Long Walk too. Looks unrecognizable. So
Yeah, I'm excited for that movie. But the Bad Guys, man. So had you? When did you watch the first Bad Guys movie? Was it just for this movie, or you had seen it before?
no, just for this movie, I saw it 2 days ago. Yeah, I would say 2 days ago. Oh, also, um, there was one movie that I'm gonna recommend to you that you didn't see, also released this year that nobody saw. It's called Night of the Zoopocalypse.
Night of the Zoo. Is that an animated
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, it's an animated movie. Night of the
Damn.
Zoopocalypse that nobody saw, but it released this year.
Did it come out in theaters?
Yeah,
I haven't even heard of this
David
movie.
Harbour is in it. Like he's a voice actor for one of them.
Night of the Zoopocalypse. Let's do a quick Google search here.
Yeah, it was Clive Barker. They like as a producer, the guy from Candyman and
Oh,
Hellraiser.
interesting. All right, I'm putting
Yeah,
it on here. Put it on my watch
gave
list,
it
my
a
friend.
3, pretty solid.
All right. Animation doesn't look too bad. Let's add it to the watch list. So, what did you? Speaking of animation, that's for these movies, man. That is what is doing a lot of it for me. It feels like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the first thing that comes to mind for me. It's the way they move the camera in the Bad Guys movies, this one and the sequel, which we'll get into here in a little bit. It's so fun and refreshing. It feels like it's this and Puss in Boots. They feel like action movies.
Yeah,
It doesn't ever feel static. And I know the director. He talked about even when the Bad Guys 2 was coming out, he was talking about a lot of Pierre Perifel is his name. Talk about Interstellar and Ad Astra, Mission Impossible, and all these like live action movies that inspire these things. This is just a. I think they appease the adults really well.
yeah,
I watched this movie and The Naked Gun with my wife, and I watched the second one. Actually, my wife hadn't even watched the first one, and she said she liked the Bad Guys more. I think it's just
yeah,
it's. I said in my review, but Ocean's 11 is such a good. It's cool to see because they're bad guys. They do these heists. It's just cool to see them carry them out and using their either their animal skills or their minds in some instances. It's just really entertaining stuff. It feels adult, but it's animated. I don't. It's the best way I could describe it.
yeah. There's a like that. That's one of the main things like that I kept thinking about is that it has a lot of realism to it. Like you even see it in a lot of the things that happen. Like they treat them like humans, but they also have these like animal gestures and abilities and all these things. But they, at the end of the day, they always treat them like humans. Like they just put on a mustache and it's like, or like you have a fox that's like running this entire city and this hamster, and it's just normal to them, you know. So, but they don't treat it like a joke. like they have humor in there, obviously, but they never treat it like it doesn't. It never feels like that, and it's always like kind of real world issues, especially
Yeah,
the second one. The more you think about it, but I had a blast with it. I like the art style. I like the art style at times. Like when it comes to the humans, they're hit or miss. They look a little generic.
yeah,
But I really like the animation and the things they do, like making it look like a comic book, like a comic strip in a way, and then a little bit of anime feel. Like you mentioned, it has that look of Puss in Boots, because well, this is
yeah.
DreamWorks, so of course, because they also did Puss in Boots. So you see them like really evolving from movies like Ants and stuff. So a lot has changed, and
Yes,
I'm really like
yes.
proud of the way like they've handled themselves.
I love what you said that I completely agree. The fact that they're animals and they live in this world, but none of the jokes are about the fact that they're animals. I feel like that'd be such a cheap thing to do. But it is the conflict, though, is the fact that these people
Yeah.
are looked at as the bad guys because, which is great, is that their names in the movies are literally just what they are, which is Mr. Wolf, Mr. Snake, a Miss Tarantula,
Tarantula.
Mr. Shark, and Piranha. Which the voice cast in this is, I think the voice cast is great.
Love it. I love it.
I
So
think,
good.
did you mention it that I think you may put on Letterbox that Aquafina just isn't annoying in these movies?
Yeah, like
Like
everybody,
all the
like they always
Aquafina
talk about
hitters,
her.
yeah.
Yeah, but she's hilarious as Tarantula.
Yeah, she's fine. Everyone's like great. I think Sam Rockwell's great. I love this actor, but Richard Ayoade is the one who plays Professor Marmalade. Dude, that guy's
Mm.
voice is so good. I love Marmalade.
Yeah, he's
Freaking
hilarious. He's all like
hamster.
jacked up. I did
Oh,
not
the second
expect
one?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
I
this
think. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would say the first one is just it's I felt as I think it's a little smoother than the second one when it comes to its
Hmm.
narrative, but it's just about the bad guys becoming the good guys and going against stereotypes. And I like that they show you a hamster is actually the villain and the cutest thing in the world is actually super evil. It's just like a really good message for kids. And really simple. It doesn't have to be too difficult. But then, like you said, they talk like normal people and they're treated like normal people besides the way, they look on the outside, which there's normal people out there that are treated terribly for the way they look on the outside. So it's very, very
Yeah, that's true.
effective commentary on our modern day world. But yeah, I thought the comedy in the first one's a little bit better in my opinion. Like I love the shark bit. It's such a genius idea to have the shark character is the
The aggressive one.
disguise. No, he goes in disguise, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because he's so big, he just puts on, like you said, a mustache or whatever. They're just like, "Oh, did you do something different with your hair?" It's so good. It's a very good bit that they just keep on running with.
Dude, it's hilarious. And I love like how they treat them like you mentioned, they're like in it, they humanize them in a way, but you also understand that they are bad guys at the end of the day, but they're also technically bad guys as animals because they're like the most aggressive animals that you could think of, like a piranha or a tarantula, a shark. Like like people misinterpret these kind of animals, but at the end of the day, if you bother them, this is what happens. They turn into this. So that's kind of like what I found most interesting about it, like seeing the film.
Yeah, and they also do such a good job of giving them like all unique personalities. Like they all do have something about them that kind of makes them tick in a bad
Mm-hmm.
way. Like the snake guy is super selfish. Prana's very quick to anger, it seems like, which
Snappy,
makes him
yeah.
super yeah, which makes him super gassy, which is hilarious, especially the second movie gets really good. But I love because it feels like an action movie because even though the character bits where they're having conversations, exchanging words, yada yada yada, you're just waiting for the next set piece. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that proves how good of an act. I'm just gonna call it. This feels like an action movie. Like the whole thing at it's a ceremony for this Heart Rock,
Mm.
and they sing. And I wasn't expecting that. It's Anthony Ramos, which makes
Yeah.
sense. Anthony Ramos is the Piranha,
Yeah, he's a singer,
and
yeah.
yeah, he's on Hamilton, and I've seen him on Hamilton. I'm like, oh, that's a genius idea to have that bit. Um, it's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't know how they like, and it's crazy because It's an original movie, came out not too long ago. I'm surprised, like I'm just now hearing like about this franchise, which is interesting,
Um,
and they made
I'm,
like good numbers.
I'm glad you brought that up because DreamWorks and Pixar, they're doing something interesting. And I think that Pixar should maybe take from DreamWorks a little bit because Pixar has been doing sequels. Obviously, DreamWorks has been doing sequels too, as we're about to talk about the bad guys too. But Pixar has stayed true to trying to do original films like Elio, Hoppers. They have that cat movie coming out in 2027. This is not technically an original film
Yeah.
because it was based off of books, children books.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And that is something that they're Australian. It was an Australian author who wrote these books. I looked it up before we jumped on. I think there's 20 issues of it out now currently. But this is something that DreamWorks has been doing. It does seem original because maybe you're just not a child. Obviously, you just didn't know. Dogman is another one. Obviously, those are based off of books, maybe a little bit more popular books. But
Mhm.
then also last year, a lot of people were calling The Wild Robot an
Wild
original
Robot.
movie. And it's not an
Yeah.
original movie. It's based off of a book. So I think this is a kind of an easy way that DreamWorks has been able to create their own IPs that connect with people rather than just trying to come up with original ideas. I mean, why not? I don't know, understand why, Sony and Pixar don't try to go for children's books. Do it.
I think, I mean, that's kind of true because, like, you already have source material, but then you're going to run into that certain group of people who are either going to like the source material or they're going to not like it, and they're going to compare it so much and say, oh, it doesn't work, or you should have made it differently. Kind of like how the Colleen Hoover movies, kind of like that. Like, a lot of the fandom just comes out. So I don't know. You just kind of put yourself in the middle, I guess, as a studio if you do that. But like you said, these are books that not many people know about because I had no clue. Like that was,
Yeah.
that was a series. So
Yeah. Any art style, I think they are like, there are some illustrations that they do in the books too, and they don't look the same. Like they took, obviously it is a wolf, a tarantula, and all that still, but it's not like if you look at the Captain Underpants and Dogman, like the illustrations in the book look a lot like the movie.
yeah,
Here they took a lot of liberty when it came to the animation and made the characters more suitable for the screen, which I think was a smart idea because they look kind of strange in the books. It would have not have translated over very well.
that's
But
good.
yeah. I thought that'd be an interesting fact for you. Yeah, and I'm trying to think when they maybe started doing because they did Captain Underpants, and I'm watching obviously all the DreamWorks movies. So I don't know if Captain Underpants was well. If you think about it, How to Train Your Dragon is also based off books. So they've been doing
Mhm.
this for quite some time. I mean, Shrek technically is a based off a book, I think, as well. So I don't know, man. I don't know why Pixar. I guess it's
I didn't
their
even know
whole
there was a
thing.
book for How to Train Your Dragon. So you made that video. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I think How to Train Your Dragon books came out in 2004, and Dragon books, and then I'm wondering when the Shrek book came out. Uh, so technically, the first. Okay, hold on. Technically, the first How to Train Your Dragon book came out. Okay, hold on. Because the titles are a little bit strange. She came out with a book called Hiccup in 1999, but that was just about a Viking named Hiccup. Like she took a
Mhm.
combination of stuff. Her name is Cressida Cowell. She took a combination of stuff and put it all together. Like she has how to be a
Okay.
pirate, how to speak Dragonese. So the book How to Train Your Dragon came out in 2003, and then the
Okay.
film didn't come out until 2010. I'm wondering when did the Shrek book come? I guess that's just like a whole thing that Pixar is just not willing to do. They're not willing to give up the fact that they want to keep on making their own original films, and maybe one day they'll get a franchise out of it because obviously that's where their franchises came from now. But Shrek, the book, came out in 1990.
Wow.
Yep.
That is crazy. Thank God they didn't go with that terrifying
Yeah.
model that they made. Thank
Chris
God.
Farley. Yeah. I think that's more so what the Shrek actually looked like in the book. If you look at it,
Oh,
he
really?
yeah, he's not. I can't really. It's not popping up
Okay,
that
I see.
well,
I
but
see. Yeah.
yeah, he's
Oh
not a
my
pretty.
God.
He's not a pretty guy. I'll tell you what though, rewatching Ants, ain't no one write that shit.
Oh
I know
nah, man, you said some
Ants was
crazy shit.
rushed. I know Ants was rushed out, but yeah, Ants is a wild movie. It's just I can't stop thinking about how crazy that movie is. But speaking of a crazy movie, maybe The Bad Guys too. I think. Do you think? I mean, this is the question, right? With The Bad Guys and The Bad Guys 2. Thank you, Connor, for switching our screen down below. Our producer, Connor, on today's episode. Which one's better, Fabian?
Definitely the first bad guys. I think
Oh, you
by
agree with me.
half star.
Damn, that's exactly what I have it at. Why is that? Why is it a little bit down on the totem pole for you?
Um, I'd say probably the comedy isn't as good as the first. I think the story as well. Like the story's still good. I just don't think it's as I want to say memorable as the first, even though it's like I said, it's still good. I like the action a little bit more in the first than this one, even though this one does a lot more. I like the cinematography in this one more than the first one. Um, and I would say the story, like that final portion, the space thing, even though it looks beautiful, it wasn't. You know those endings that like it's a perfect ending, like it's the way you want it to end. Like I felt like it was missing something. I don't know what, but it wasn't. It didn't hook me. Like I felt like it would.
Also, I think you mentioned when we were talking about the first one and how real life problems kind of come out in these movies just a little bit. It made me think about the fact like the bad guys are having a tough time in this movie trying to find a job because of their criminal record. And I was just thinking about there's probably so many people out there like this trying to do good,
Mhm.
but they cannot, nobody will hire them because of their past. And it just makes them go back to, an immoral lifestyle. Luckily, that's not me. I'm assuming that's not you, but it
Nah,
could
not
be.
me, not me.
Are those headphones actually yours?
Yeah,
But
not me.
yeah, but yeah, I thought that was a really interesting plot point that I wish they would have dived into just a little bit more. I agree. I don't think the bad girls, which I don't think they're actually called that in the movie. They call them it in the trailer, though. I
Oh,
think they might
really?
have left it out. Yeah, I think they might have left it out in the movie. I don't remember it in the movie, but the bad girls, which I knew about them going into this, and I thought there was going to be five of them, like the same as the bad guys. But I guess that doesn't make sense because the bad guys do technically have a girl in Tarantula,
Yeah.
but they're just not as memorable as my boy Marmalade. Marmalade is just such a
I'm
good
saying.
villain.
That boy came out super jacked. I don't
It's
know what they
so
were
good.
feeding him in jail.
Yeah, it's I don't know if this bugs you or not. I mean, I was just talking to you, O'Connor, about about my issues with How to Train Your Dragon 3: The Hidden World. And I know you hadn't watched it, but one thing that happens, I don't think this is a spoiler because it's literally on the poster of the movie, is that Toothless gets a female Night Fury. They call her the Light Fury, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a cheap move in stories in general. I guess this is the progression of life. I don't know, but like, what can we do with this character? We're just gonna have them in a relationship now. I don't know. It's a forced plot point that's just so easy in any movie. If you're a director and you're like, okay, we have a you know Toy Story was just made, right? Okay, well Woody's got himself a girl. What can we do with Buzz? Maybe in Toy Story 2 we should give him a girl. Yeah, that'd be smart. I mean, it just happens. It happens all the time. It's always what they do with characters. So in this film, we have a double dose of that, which I thought was a little bit too much. We do have. I don't. Okay, her name is not Fox, even though she's a fox. What is her name? Diana Foxington.
Yeah.
Diane Foxington. So it does have Fox in her title, but she's not Fox like the other characters. But Wolf and her are getting closer, and I thought that was going to be our own relationship. But then we also have Snake and Raven as well in this. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is a little bit too much. I would have preferred, I don't know, maybe I would have preferred, because I do think that the Raven and Snake, the relationship is funny. I think Mark Maron does a really good job with the Snake's voice acting. And also Natasha Lyonne, Double header
Oh
here with
yeah.
Fantastic Four First Steps, and now she's in this. Which did you watch The Naked Gun?
Nah, I haven't seen it yet.
Crazy about that, not a spoiler, but Paul Walter Hauser in the Fantastic Four's Mole Man, he's also in The Naked Gun. So it's crazy that
Mm.
him and Natasha Lyonne are like back to back movies weekends.
Yeah, they always line up like even with Pedro Pascal, like Eddington and Fantastic
Dude,
Four.
he was supposed to be in. He was originally cast in Weapons. You know how crazy that would have been. Now I think the reason why he wasn't in Weapons is because he's too busy, which we can obviously we can obviously see why.
I
But he
assume
was
he
supposed
would
to
have
play
been
Josh Brolin.
yeah,
Josh Brolin.
Roland's character. Yeah, seems like a character he would play.
Yeah, but it's funny that I'm glad that didn't happen. To really imagine what people would be thinking. But yeah, I thought there was maybe too many relationships in this. The bad girls are cool, but no, bad girls aren't as good as Marmalade. Her, so it's just Kitty Cat. Yeah, that's her name. The main bad girl villain. Her reasoning seems kind of shallow and predictable of why she wants to do this. It's just like they treat me like a villain, so I'm gonna own it. Sure, I guess it makes sense. The bad girls also from on their outside are supposed to be judged by their outside. One of them's
Mm.
a raven, I guess. But ravens are looked at poorly. But then also you have a pig, sure, a
Yeah, it was
warthog.
like yeah, this is like they kind of ran out of certain characters that could feel like menacing in a way. Like I understood the warthog in a way, but who really thinks of, a warthog? Like it's not something you see on a daily basis. Like you can see a spider or well, I mean not a wolf, but you see that a lot of media or sharks. So I guess they just ran out of things and they're just like, let's just spice it up a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna look up like evil animals. I looked up bad animals, and the
Connor's
first
gonna
thing
be
that popped,
mad.
dude, the first thing that popped up. Well, we already got shark out of the way. Shark's already one of them, so he should be good. But I looked up bad animals because of the bad guys, and turns out bad animals is a band, so I had to click off of that.
Right.
Oh, okay, hold on. So maybe I didn't know. Maybe I'm not into witchcraft or anything, but raven is technically an evil animal.
Hmm.
Sure. Hyenas, which that would have been okay. A hyena. That would not. I would have gotten it. Let's see what 20 of the most evil animals on Earth, and I'm seeing a sea otter. I don't know about that.
How? Like what do
Otters
they
do
do?
some scary stuff. I don't know. Orca, a whale. I guess you couldn't have had that without water. Let's see here. Flies. Flies wouldn't have worked. A crocodile. That would be kind of sick.
Well, wait, we have shark, tarantula, piranha,
Mm,
wolf, and snake. Oh, okay, okay. I'm like thinking, I'm like, wait, don't we have a crocodile?
no, lion. Crocodile would have been kind of cool. I don't mind that.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Okay. I don't know what list I popped on here, but number one's a bed bug. I think
Right.
people are just talking about like things that
The
annoy them.
worst, yeah. Gnats.
These are the 12 animals that represent evil in the Bible. Hold on.
Oh my
let's
god,
get
yeah,
let's get
we
religious with
getting
it.
deep.
Goats. I know the like the witch.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Dude, a black goat would have been kind of sick.
Yo, I was out when I was watching this. There was a moment where, like, I think it's towards the space scene where it gets like kind of haunting the music score. Like it
Mm.
gets a little bit haunting, and I'm like, what if they did like a horror movie with the bad guys? I feel like it would be really good, and you have like a Ludwig Göransson do the music score.
That would be wild. Dude, they can do it though. I'm telling you, like if they do a third movie, which I hope they do, I don't know. I think they could go big or go home. I don't know. Wolves, flies, frogs, bear. I think a bear would have worked. Crocodiles, hyenas, and leopards, which I think the kitty cat might have been a leopard. So
Hmm.
I would have gone with a crocodile, and you can't do a bear. Oh, you do a bear, yeah.
Kind of the same thing like shark. Like they're fuzzy and soft, and then it's like they just just come at you.
I guess it would have been like the crocodile and instead of a raven, crocodile and snake getting together, which maybe they didn't want to like reptile on reptile, so they're like,
Oh yeah.
love knows no species kind of a thing. Dude, I have to ask you. I think we've been talking about this movie long enough for me to ask you this. Did you know that there's an end credit scene in this film?
No, I
Dude,
didn't.
so I watched this movie and The Naked Gun back to back. This movie was at 6:15 and The Naked Gun was at 8. So I was really cutting it for time. So as soon as this movie
Hmm.
ended, I just got up and left. Nope, turns out there's always an end credit scene now with movies. There might have been one in The Naked Gun. Now The Naked Gun did kind of have like some jokes at the end, so I did stay a little bit, but turns out the end credit scene of The Bad Guys 2 has a lot to do with actually the information in the books. So what it
Hmm.
is I don't know if you thought of this when you were watching the movie and it ended. What happened to Marmalade?
Oh yeah, like just
So what you see in the end credits is you see the gold limousine of Marmalade, and he's just chilling in space, and he's like
wait,
and
no,
he like puts
they did like sorry for interrupting, but
no, you're good.
they let him loose, no? Like at the end. They did.
No, so what happens is so they have their little like gold machine where they suck all the gold up, right?
Uh-huh.
He gets in the limousine, a gold limousine, and then that gold limousine gets sucked into the sky.
Oh, and he was in it.
Yeah, so what happens is he's like screaming and then he like turns into a laugh and he puts a helmet on. He's like, finally, I'm going home. And he like pushes a lever and his limousine turns into a spaceship and he flies off. So what's in the book is that Marmalade is actually an alien
Bruh.
and that he is disguised as the most innocent thing on planet Earth, like as an undercover alien. And that's why he's a guinea
What
pig.
the hell is going on with this?
Yep.
Bruh,
Dude, I can't wait.
they are fast and furious in this this franchise for real.
Dude, they're gonna do like a Godzilla Marmalade in the third one, and I can't wait.
Yo, imagine. That's crazy. An alien? That is
Yep,
crazy.
yep. He said, "Finally, I'm
Wow.
going home," and he like pushed a little lever, and the limousine turned into this like spaceship and just flew off.
What the I gotta search this up, bruh. No
Yeah,
way.
it's on TikTok. After we're done, just search it up. All those kids in the theater recording the. I love how we're like,
Yeah.
don't pull your phones out in the theater, but then I'm like, yo, you can watch it online right now.
Yeah, all the kids always doing shit like that.
Dude,
But it's
I
fun to
thought
see them
though,
excited.
yeah, I thought the finale of this movie was awesome, but I get what you're saying. Like I thought it went on for forever too, and I was so surprised. I think the finale lasted like for like 20 minutes. Everything with that rocket ship just took forever. It's like
It was
getting
long.
on it. They've got on it. I thought what I was personally missing, which I think would have been, for lack of a better word, epic. I thought we were actually going to see them try to land this the rocket back on Earth, and I was like, this thing is still
Yeah.
going. Like I can't believe. All of a sudden they showed them all like their grave sites, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna die trying.
Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah,
was
they're
good.
hilarious.
I will say one character that we haven't talked about a lot that pops up in these movies that I like is the chief. I like the chief's relationship with the bad
Well,
guys.
that she's now the what is it? The commissioner, something like that.
Commissioner. Yeah.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Yeah, I think she's a good side character for the bad guys. When Shark like knocked her out, dude, the luchador
Yeah.
match animation there is incredible. I thought it was so good.
Yeah, it definitely stepped it up. That's where it felt kind of like an anime a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
liked it. I like what they did with this. Like, and we didn't. I don't know if we didn't talk about it. Like in the space where they did the. Then that's where they started using the whole anamorphic lens thing, like to see different perspectives, and you see like their perspective looking out to space, like for a moment there, like it's like a VR type of look like that. That was crazy.
Yeah. I like that. It's so interesting because it feels like I mentioned it before, but it feels like they made an adult. It's not like an adult animated film, but they made an animated a kids animated film entertaining for adults.
Yeah.
Simple enough. But I have this at a 3.5, and I have the first one at 3.5.
So you have them at both 3.5.
I dropped this down to a three.
Oh, okay,
I
okay, okay.
think yeah, I think that the story is a little bit choppy. I don't think it's as smooth. I agree about the humor. I don't think the humor works as well in this one. Um, Marmalade's just way more memorable. I like the finale of this one better than the finale of the first one. The finale of this one does a lot of the carrying for me. But
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It was the first one. Like, a lot was working for me. Like I gave it a 4, and then this one, yeah, this one I gave it a 3.5.
okay, all right. What is your as we close down the episode here? What is your most anticipated animated film for the rest of the year? Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
we you
got
did. You mentioned it. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta like I'm working on some stuff for that. Like I gotta see more information, see if I find some more information. So it's like it's a French film. It has a very Ghibli like style to it, Ghibli vibe to it. 2D animated, so it's got that hand drawn look to it. It looks beautiful. It's very vibrant. It seems like a superhero. I would say maybe, possibly, it could be like LGBTQ um, related in a way because of the color they use. Then again, it could just be for fun. They just want to do rainbows. It could be some type of symbolism with that. But he's kind of like a superhero from the future, the past, and they have to take him back to the future. There's a lot of stuff going on. But it's going to be distributed by Neon, so I'm expecting I hope, a big marketing push, and very excited. Anything Ghibli, like Ghibli, like, even though it's not Ghibli, um, like I'm excited for it. So
Yeah, they should really push it because animated best animated film race this year. Nothing too crazy. You
yeah,
don't got a wild
yeah.
robot. You don't got a Boy and the Heron. You don't got anything like that. So I think they can pull it out. I made a video being like, I think the K-pop Demon Hunters could win. I don't think that anymore.
I still, even then,
No,
like I would still say Elio's over K-pop Demon Hunters. Like the story's just not like as much as you watch it feels so silly. Like you can't really take K-pop Demon Hunters too serious, but you can. But it has a very silly nature to it.
now I will say I think it would be smart for them to. I think it'll get nominated maybe because it is good animation. It's Sony
Yeah.
animation, dude. It would be so smart of the Oscars to have some live performances.
Oh yeah, easy.
So
Oh
smart. I
yeah.
hope they do that. They're a missed opportunity.
I didn't even talk about this, but the voice actor for um, who is it? Mira. It's one of them. For I don't know if you know the voice actors, but her name is Arden Cho.
Hmm.
She was actually in Teen Wolf. I don't know if you ever grew up with Teen Wolf like this.
My wife did. I'll have to tell her that.
Oh man, it's so good. But I'm pretty sure if she watched the whole thing, like me and my brother were deep on Teen Wolf. A lot of lore with that. She came into the season where they actually introduced like samurais and things like that, like demons and stuff. So she was already into that kind of stuff, or was already already
Hmm.
had knowledge on that. So then to jump into this, like it was pretty cool to see that so many years later, now she's doing the animated thing, and now she's gonna be a part of a whole franchise out of nowhere. Like it's crazy,
Dude, good for her. I'll have to tell my wife
crazy.
that though. Let's see. The voice actor for Mira. What's her name?
Let me see. Art and show. I don't know if it was Mira or
Maybe
yeah. So
Zoe Ji Young Yu.
Art
Oh, sh
Ardencho. Oh, she was Rumi.
oh, she was Rumi. There you go.
Yeah,
Arden Cho.
she was Rumi.
I'll have to tell her about that. See what she thinks. That's crazy. Okay, so you talked about Arco. I'm gonna list them off for you. Okay. I
All
don't
right.
know when these are all the ones that I found out about. I wrote them down before we jumped on here. See what you're thinking about them. So I wrote down the Animal Farm movie. I know our boy Dan saw that first clip. Wasn't a huge fan of it. What I found out is I think originally it was supposed to be a Netflix film, and then now they don't know if it's Netflix anymore. And they're, we're not really sure when it's coming out, even though there is a clip, that one clip of it out right now. But I know it's a very popular novel, I believe, Animal Farm, and it's pretty dark. I'm glad I don't necessarily know a whole lot about it. Do you know anything about the story?
No, I just know like from what Dan spoke about, it seems
Okay.
very like kind of heavy, kind of heavy the way like he talked about it. Like it seems like they're trying to turn it to a comedy in a bit, which he's not happy about.
I mean, I
But
don't
yeah, I
know how
don't know
much they're
too
going to
much.
change it because I looked at the clip on YouTube, and the first comment was like, "Boy, a lot of parents are going to bring their kids this or show their kids this movie, and it's not going to be what they think it is." So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, there was also
Uh,
one. I'll mention to you later though, like after you do the your list.
was it animated?
Yeah, there's one animated one that I'm very excited for too.
Go ahead. What you got? Maybe I got it
Have
on
you
my
ever
list.
seen Chainsaw Man?
No, I got it listed here though.
Okay. Oh, that shit's gonna be good, bro. You gotta watch the series.
That's
You
the
gotta
anime,
watch it.
right?
Yeah,
How long is the anime?
it's only one season. This one is yeah, so it's gonna be fresh. Like if you watch it, you're good. There's only like a
Okay.
few, like I think like 10 episodes. I would say
Okay. Maybe I'll watch it then because I also have. I know there's a
it's
Demon
good.
Slayer movie coming out too.
My
Do you
wife's a
watch
big
Demon
fan.
Slayer?
I have
Oh, your wife
not, but
does.
my wife is a big fan.
She gonna check out that movie?
Yeah. She's been telling me like she wants to go see it.
Okay. I say I did have those two on here. What are we feeling of Zootopia 2?
I have
I think
not
it
seen the
looks.
first.
Oh,
Yeah, I have not.
interesting.
Yeah, that's why like I didn't want to speak about that because I have never seen
Hmm.
the first. So
I say I'll rewatch it. I probably haven't watched it honestly since. I said in my review of Bad Guys 2. It's a similar like
yeah,
thing to Bad Guys. It's like, oh, it's a fox. Fox is bad. Rabbit's good. It's stereotypes, but with animals. It's kind of the same thing. I would just say the Bad Guys is more fun and like actiony, and Zootopia tries to be more meaningful and stuff like that. But
so you think you would say Bad Guys is better than Zootopia?
I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. I'll rewatch it. We'll see. But I'm curious. I don't know how he's gonna do. But I don't think he's the villain, or maybe he is. Maybe he's a twist villain. But in the second movie, I know Ke Kwan. Have you seen the trailer for the second movie?
Oh yeah, the most recent one that came. But I,
He,
I saw it, but
he
like I said, I don't remember too much.
I say Ke Kwan is gonna be like the snake. I know that. Like the snake is like
Oh,
a
okay.
big. There's a snake, and he's like a big character in the movie. He's literally on the poster as the two for Zootopia
Yeah.
2. So we'll see how his voice acting is. I know he voice acted a little bit in. He was in Kung Fu Panda 4. He did a little bit of voice
Hmm.
acting in that too. So he does have a very distinct voice. So we'll see how he's doing. We already talked about the SpongeBob movie. Um,
Yeah.
we'll see how that's going to be. The name of it, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants. It's
It's
an interesting
so
title.
it's so goofy like what they're doing because apparently like from what I read like when I was watching all those SpongeBob movies is that the reason they're even releasing all of these is because they have some type of contract that forces them to that like they have to make a movie. And I don't know if this one or like I think this is the last one or there's another one after. Um, but this one actually looks like they put some heart into it. Like it has a different feeling than the previous ones that we've been getting.
I get what you're saying because I'm looking at because we have a Sandy Cheeks movie, we have a Plankton movie, we have a SpongeBob movie. Oh, I guess the one in 2015 was called the SpongeBob movie. So I guess this isn't necessarily. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that all the SpongeBob movies are literally just called the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah,
Okay, because in the one Sponge on the Run.
Sponge on the Run.
Okay, I'm surprised they don't have a Patrick movie yet, or
Yeah, I
like a
don't know
Mr.
how that would
Krabs
go.
movie. Mr. Krabs movie? No.
This man just he's like stealing from the city.
Yeah, that'd be good. How do you
Corrupt.
like that new animation style?
I can't stand it. I think it's terrible.
I mean, it's like the Rugrats. They did that with all. It didn't look good.
Yeah, it's terrible. Just go back to the
Um,
2D.
I wonder if you know about this movie. Well, you haven't watched Zootopia, so this is interesting though. I might make a video about this because I just think this is an interesting behind the scenes story. But there's a movie coming out called The Twits. It's a
Never heard of it.
Netflix movie, but it is being directed and written by the same person who wrote the first Zootopia.
Mm.
So I think it's interesting that and this Zootopia 2 and this movie are coming out around the same time. But yeah, it's called The Twits. Mr. and Mrs. Twit are the meanest, smelliest, nastiest people in the world
What the fuck?
who also happen to own and operate the most disgusting, most dangerous, most idiotic amusement park in the world, Twitlandia. But when the Twits rise to power in their town, two brave orphans and a family of magical animals are forced to become as tricky as the Twits in order to save the city. So it says the two voice actors that I got right here, two top billing is Natalie Portman and Amelia Clark.
What in the Dr. Seuss? That shit sounds like a Dr. Seuss movie. Like what?
Yeah, so
What
the
is
guy's
that?
name is Phil Johnston. He wrote Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Zootopia. He was the
Ooh.
director on Ralph Breaks the Internet. There's another writer here, Kirk D'Amico. He was the writer and director of The Croods,
Mm.
and
Oh, I
also
see.
a DreamWorks movie that I still have to watch, which is Teenage. What is it? Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, that came
Teenage
out last
Kraken.
year.
I thought it was
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was okay.
Okay. Okay. But he also directed
Very
that movie.
forgettable.
Dude, The Croods. I rewatched that. Second one is not good in my opinion, but Nicolas Cage's voice acting is awesome.
Dude, he's so good.
I sent a clip to Dad where it's just like a five. I'll have to send it to you after this, but it's just a 5 second clip of him just screaming. It's so good. But The Twits, that's a Netflix movie, like I was saying, an original Netflix movie. I couldn't find who it's produced by. Like a lot, Sony's producing a lot of stuff. So,
I see here that it says it's a Roald Dahl book.
oh yeah, I did see that. Yep. So it's not an original story. That is true. My bad. My bad. Speaking of Sony Animation, have you seen the trailer for Fixed?
Unfortunately, I don't think I
Yikes!
want to see that.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah,
I,
I don't know how you market that. Like,
so for anybody who doesn't know, basically Fix is a rated R. It's basically like remember that movie Strays that came out last year? It
strays.
had like Will Ferrell in it. It was
Oh
like
yeah,
a it
yeah,
was like
like the stray animals. No,
yeah, the talking dogs. It's basically that but animated. It's just dogs humping things, talking
like the
about having
sausage movie,
sex.
the party
Yeah.
sausage, whatever.
Well, a lot of people were optimistic about it because I believe it's from the creator of Samurai Jack, uh, Gendy Tartakovsky. My bad. That's bad. Yeah, Gendy Tartakovsky. There we go. He directed all the Hotel Transylvania movies. Yeah, he worked on
Okay,
Samurai Jack. Primal? What the frick is Primal? That looks really good.
sounds like a Transformer thing.
A caveman forms a bond with a dinosaur as they struggle to survive in a hostile world. Cool. But yeah, Fixed looks interesting, I will say. Um, yeah,
What is he
I
like, the
don't.
director or writer or
He
what?
he is the director of this movie, and he is also, I believe, the writer. Yes, one of the writers on it. So we'll see how it is. The trailer, a lot of assholes from animals that are. It is 2D animated, but I don't need that to be 2D animated.
I don't know.
Man, man, it sticks out.
It does.
Literally.
It does. It does. It's very like they got the creases and everything. It's crazy.
Uh, and here's another one. I don't know if you've heard of it, but In Your Dreams.
Nah, I haven't heard of
This
that.
is this is another Netflix film that comes out later this year on November. I think we have a release date, November 14th.
Netflix is like
Stevie,
shadow dropping these stuff.
Stevie and her little brother Elliot journey into the wildly absurd landscape of their own dreams to ask the Sandman to grant them the perfect family. Um, Looks
Hmm.
like it has some young voice actors for the kids, but Simu Liu's in this. Kristen Milioti from The Penguin.
Okay, promising.
Yeah, Craig Robinson, who literally is in The Bad Guys
Yeah,
as the
guys,
shark. So
so
he's
good at
back.
Shark.
Yeah. So yeah, this will be interesting. Directed by Alex Wu. I'm not sure. It looks like maybe I have no. He does something called Go Go Corey Carson. I have no idea what that is.
What is that?
No idea. But yeah, it seems. promising new, really a really fresh new director, new writer. So we'll see how he does. Um, the only other information I can find is there's another writer on this who also did the story for The Good Dinosaur, whose name's Eric Benson, but
Good movie. I feel like very underrated movie. Good dinosaur.
underrated. I've got one more for you before I get to my last one, which you probably can speak on a little bit more. A movie called Rogue Trooper. And there's actually, I'm not sure when this movie is coming out, but this is directed by Duncan Jones, who made Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal, but also the movie Moon. Speaking of Sam Rockwell, because we were talking about the bad guys too, I know Dan absolutely loves the movie Moon. I've been meaning to get around to it. But if you look up on the internet and you look up Rogue Trooper stills, it looks like Robert Zemeckis animation. So it looks like stop motion animation, like Mars Needs Moms, the Polar Express, Beowulf from back in the day. I'm trying to think what else he did like this. But that's the kind of stop motion animation that they're doing for it.
Like it's based off of video game.
A comic, yeah, video game.
Oh, okay.
Something. But yeah, there is some stills out there, so we'll see how it is. I don't think there's a release date. The first images that you can see just came out in June, so we'll see.
The one with him with like the 17 hat?
Yep, 17 hat. There's a few of them. You can see them on Reddit. But there's I think there's 4 stills that are out right now. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know when that movie's gonna come out. Hopefully it comes out. Haley Atwell's in it. Daryl McCormick. I love Daryl McCormick. Matt Berry. I don't know if you know who Matt Berry is, but he was the guy who voiced the nitwit in the Minecraft movie. Because I have I have taught her how to speak like me. He got famous off of the What We Do in the Shadows TV show. He's so funny. I love Matt Berry. He has such a good voice. So I'm excited to see him in this.
Yeah, that one I haven't seen that show either. What We Do in the Shadows.
It's funny. It's basically. Do you know anything about it?
Nothing.
So Taika Waititi. It's actually based off a film that Taika Waititi starred in and directed, and I think the film came out in 2011. See how good I am with my 2011. Oh, 2014. 3 years off. But yeah, so basically it's like a camera crew follows around vampires.
Oh,
as they go to the grocery store, as they go to a bar.
But like in a third person POV.
Yeah, it's like The Office. Like they talk to the camera and people will be like, "What's this camera crew doing here?" And it's like, "All right, they're just filming a documentary." It's very funny. But that's what the movie What We Do in the Shadows.
Lovely accent.
Dude, yeah, I have terrible at accents. Dude, if you want a quick watch that's hilarious, I would recommend watching the original What We Do in the Shadows. It's only 86 minutes, but it's got like a 4.1 on Letterboxd. It's hilarious. It's the same premise, though. It's the same thing. It's them getting interviewed, the vampires, and then they just took that idea and they did a whole show with it. And the show's been like nominated for like tons of Emmys. Another person who got really famous off of it is Harvey Gear. What's his last name? Geelin? Maybe Geelin, I believe his name. But he played what's his name in Puss in Boots and the Last Wish, the puppy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then he was also in Blue Beetle. He was in Companion. You watched Companion earlier this year?
Companion, yeah.
He was the one who knew. Spoiler alert for Companion. His boyfriend was the AI robot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was also in The Life of Chuck for 3 seconds, but he got famous also.
Which one? The chunky one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Little heavyset guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he also got famous off of What We Do in the Shadows, the show too. So.
Okay.
Good show. Yeah, like I said, I recommend the movie if you haven't watched it. But final movie, which I'm going to watch later this month, Neja 2.
Yeah, very excited for that one.
Yeah, I know you didn't add for it. Congrats on getting paid, my friend.
Lovely stuff.
But yeah, I still gotta watch the. Actually, Dan just texted me about it, and I haven't texted him back. The last thing he said was, "Have you watched the original Neja movie?" So I'm curious if he's gonna say. I feel like it's gonna go into I just watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious if you liked it or if you didn't like it. I'm still 10, 15 minutes into it, and I need to get really used to the animation.
Yeah, I think both of you guys are gonna like the story it has. I don't think everyone's gonna like the animation though. Like it's one of those things that either catches your eye or it doesn't.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know how well the first one did, but it looks like the second one just stepped up its game like an insane amount when it comes to the animation. Like I showed some of the trailer in the video I made today, and wild stuff.
Yeah, it takes like a certain route. I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen it, but like what happens with Neja in the movies, like it's interesting stuff. It's something you don't. I wouldn't say like I've seen recently in animated movies when it comes to like a character study.
I'll say just my last thing I'll say on it because I don't want it spoiled is all I've seen is that the poster Neja's like a little kid, but then another poster I see him as like a actual like adult looking person. So I'm wondering if he like turns into an adult, but
Yeah, you
I
can
don't know,
think of
man.
like have you ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, I haven't seen you go.
Ah, or yeah. Basically that's like in Yu-Gi-Oh that's what you can compare it in a way. Like he has this millennium puzzle. It's not what happens in Asia, but like in Yu-Gi-Oh, he has like a millennium puzzle, and anytime he yells out to Yu-Gi-Oh, he turns into Yami, which is like the older version,
Hmm.
like an adult version that helps him out and stuff.
Dude, I just don't have any time for shows. I'm gonna try to binge the entire Wednesday show tomorrow.
Ooh, it's a good show. I really like it personally. I'm a big fan
Yeah,
of the whole Adams family and all that stuff. Like
maybe
I was
I'll.
doing some video ideas for it. I was like breaking my brain for that stuff.
How many Adams Family movies are there? Just the one? I know there's
No,
the animated one.
there's two animated ones. There's I think three live action ones. And then you also have like the TV series.
There's a TV. Oh man.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't
Uh,
have to watch. You could watch like the original Adams Family. If you have you
yeah.
ever seen any of that or no?
No.
Yeah, just to get into it, just watch the OG Adams Family. I would say watch Adams Family Values,
Yeah.
and then just watch Wednesday. You don't necessarily have to watch the animated ones if you don't want to. They're not that great. Like the first one, it's okay in my opinion, like a three at best. The second movie is terrible.
The Adams Family 2. Yikes.
Yeah, terrible.
All right, Fabian. Give me a not so terrible movie. I mean, you want to do to finish out the episode here, recommendation. What you've been watching? I know you just watched
Uh,
the Guinea Fowl. I don't know if you
yeah,
want to
on
recommend
becoming
that.
Unifowl. Just like to get people in good moods because yeah, that movie's is heavy. So, um, let's see. Trying to
Maybe
brainstorm really
animation.
quickly. All right, yeah, animation. My favorite animated movie of all time, Dragon Ball Z, the history of Trunks. If no one has ever seen any Dragon Ball Z films, this takes place in between a very pivotal moment of Dragon Ball Z. If you've ever seen the anime, like the show, um, but it's got a lot of alternate art styles or alternate designs that you don't necessarily see. It kind of has a little bit of a heavy subject, but the animation in the movie out of this world. It looks amazing.
Damn. So you have to know the show though, right? I
I
can't just
got
go like,
the pin, the Trunks pin, my favorite character.
dude. I can't just go like just dive into the movie though, right? I have to know something about the show.
You can because they when you get to the end, it describes to you like the reason why he's in that position. So
All right,
it's a fun movie.
I'll put it on the watch list. Oh, sorry, because I've been talking about my Netflix, or not my Netflix, my DreamWorks watch that I'm doing right now. We talked about it before I got but I'll talk about the my most not surprising watch, but I think an underrated movie in DreamWorks filmography that I absolutely love. I think it's overlooked is Over the Hedge,
Mhm.
which you have seen Over the Hedge, right?
A long time ago. Like I would have to rewatch, but
I think like How to Train Your Dragon, the first film. I think its biggest positive is how quick it is. It's a very quick film. The conflict is like 4 minutes into it. Like RJ tries to steal a bunch of food from a bear, He gets ran over by a giant semi. And he's like, bro, get my food or I'm going to kill you. And he's like, all right. And then he just finds these. I mean, I love the suburban life that comes. And there's a lot of, talks about what are we doing to these animals? We're moving into their environment. There is some subtle messaging there about how we treat, wildlife and the environment and everything. But it's got 3 villains in it that I think are fleshed out really well. It's got some really good humor. The voice cast is incredible. You got Bruce Willis, Wanda Sykes, Steve Carell's in it. Thomas Hayden Church. I love Thomas Hayden Church. He plays the inspector, no, the exterminator. He calls it the Vern exterminator. I think his name's Vern, but anyways, great stuff. Great cast. Yeah, really underrated movie. I watched the Bee Movie, and the bear from Over the Hedge randomly pops up in the Bee Movie for 3 seconds, which I thought was funny. Bee Movie, something else, but yeah, check that out. I believe it's maybe on Peacock. I don't know, but you can find it yourself. But Fabian, appreciate you joining me, man. Talking about these animation movies.
Always, man. I'm always down to talk the animation anytime you need me.
What we got next? We got Neja next.
Uh, mm,
I think it's
August,
the
yeah,
next animated movie. Yeah.
Neja, and then we got Demon Slayer.
No, we got to talk about Fixed.
Chainsaw. Oh, no, hell no. You can skip that. You can skip that one.
I think you should. I forgot to do this at the beginning, and I'm sorry. But plug yourself. Tell people where they can find you. You're popping. Hey, he's popping off on Instagram now. Finally.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's
I don't know
about
what's
time.
going on, but thank God. Yeah, but definitely, appreciate you. So I got on TikTok, you can find me Cinna Spidey, and then on IG, Instagram, you can find me at Cinna Spidey Films. And yeah, just talking movies, TV, a lot of fun deep dives, reviews, um, just talking about whatever's unfortunately talking about whatever is relevant. I would love to talk about a lot more stuff, but the way the algorithm works, I can't stand it. But that's a conversation for another day. But yeah, always having fun. Enjoy. Thankful for all of you that have listened to me or listened to me in general. And yeah, always just having fun and just gonna keep going at it.
Say one day you'll be able to do your Dragon Ball Z: The History of Trunks video. One day
One
the
day,
algorithm.
yeah, I pray one day.
Dude, I said I watched Ants and I was like, man, I gotta make a video about this. I don't even care.
You're like,
This
fuck
is
that.
this movie's weird. But yeah, guys, we're gonna come out with a Guardians of the Galaxy episode here in a couple days. So be on the lookout for that. The full trilogy, me and Connor are gonna cover it, just the two of us. And then next week we're gonna be talking about weapons. I know that for sure. So be sure to check us out when we do that. Super excited. Fabian's watching it Wednesday. But until then, this week, go out and watch some good movies. Go to like a drive-in movie theater, something like that. Take your wife, take your kids, touch some grass. Dan touched some grass, got engaged. Congratulations, Dan, on that. First time he's been out all year. But I hope sit on a park bench, call up your friends, and we'll see you then. Peace out, everybody.